So I had an idea. We all know there's an abundance of fast food places, and we all know that obesity is on the rise. But is there a way to make fast food healthy in the long term? Can you diet on fast food, still go to the gym, and still make healthy life choices, all while eating McDonald's, KFC, so on and so forth? That's what we're going to find out in today's video of can you diet on fast food only?
Here are the rules. We must stay under 1,800 calories, use a different location per meal, and hit the gym. Let's go to the first location. As you can see, there is more calories in my usual breakfast. However, I do find it's more filling and a lot more enjoyable to eat.
It's currently 5 o'clock, exactly 2 hours after I've eaten the first meal, and I'm already extremely hungry. By this point, I normally don't eat until about 7 or 8. So in terms of how the food makes you feel, empty. I feel empty. I feel like an old Victorian child on his third chimney sweep of the day.
Now, one thing I will say about this is it wasn't the best. It didn't taste brilliant. It was a bit funky smelling as well. My entire room stank after it like a brothel. I know what you may be thinking, but I like my burgers how I like my women, brown and without other people's in them. However, this is also an educational channel. I'm going to give you some facts about McDonald's itself. There's a good chance you've eaten a McDonald's burger in the last 24 hours, as 68 million people do every single day. In places like name on screen, the density of fast food outlets may literally be blocking driveways and contributing to obesity rates nearing 80%. Now, for this next meal, I can say it was definitely my favorite meal of the day. And if there are any Americans watching, no, my dish is not fried. That is the KFC's dish. Full jokes aside, it was a very good meal overall. It even was sponsored by Gymshark, which was a collaboration I didn't even know about until that day. It was filled with a bunch of different greens and vegetables, which definitely felt good. And as a pre-workout meal, was not the worst thing. I started off with some steps as I felt like I had just eaten the average American breakfast by this point of the day, so I wanted to get some steps in order to relieve some of that bloat. Now the big reveal, and I know at this point you are expecting to see the most flush set of six-pack abs you've ever seen. Only kidding, despite being 15 kilos down, we are still working towards it, but we're gradually improving day by day. Now, for the third meal of the day, I got a McFlurry and a small Domino's pizza, and you'll be able to see the difference in calories and protein, and that is typically what you get with these jacked up prices and lack of protein. Don't get me wrong, I love pizza, but let's be honest, this isn't exactly fuel for peak performance. Unless the performance you're talking about is lying on the sofa questioning your life's choices. I mean, I've just spent enough money to feed a small family for a day, and in return, I'm getting about as much protein as a single chicken breast, buried underneath enough fat and carbs to fuel a Tour de France cyclist for 3 days. Still though, it's delicious, and that's the problem. You pay premium prices for food that's more about taste than performance, and the performance you get is about a 15-minute dopamine high, followed by a food coma. But hey, at least it's a thin crust, so technically I'm eating healthy. Yeah, not quite. On the way home, I also saw some of the worst parking I've ever seen in my life, so thought I had to get a quick photo. At the end, we clocked in 12,374 steps, which is well above our goal, which will also contribute to the calorie deficit, and by no means was extra work put in for our day. Did we hit our calories? No, not quite. We did go over fractionally, because with these calories, it's also hard to track, which is part of the problem. Due to the fact you cannot get exact weights and you can't get the exact quantities each time, it's very hard to judge. Were we likely underneath? Yes. Were we likely over? Also, yes. It's hard to tell. But what we can gauge is we were within our comfortable range of 100 calories either way, which would still put us in our deficit and still come out with the conclusion you can cut on a fast food diet. Do bear in mind, it will cost roughly £22, as that is how much it ran me for the day.